Okay, the counting has begun for the Battle of Bihar. The postal ballots will begin and then followed by the EVM. The big headline at this moment, it is verdict day in Bihar. The counting of votes begins across one of India's battleground states, one of India's largest states, second largest only in terms of population. Remember, 4.99 crore people voted in Bihar. So it's going to be a long day because Bihar has a large number of constituencies, 243 constituencies. Counting of votes has begun across Bihar today. Postal ballots being counted first, the EVMs later. This is the battle we've been waiting for, the big battle of 2025. The fate of Bihar and hundreds of candidates is going to be decided in a few moments from now. I'm going to do T20 style, give each of you 10 seconds to tell us what is that one thing that you're looking forward to that you believe will be decisive in the next couple of hours. You start, Amitabh.
State of the weaker players in both the alliances, which is Congress party in the Mahagathbandhan and the LJP, Hum and RLM combined in the NDA. That's going to decide the fate of this election.
So those 50-odd seats of the Congress and the 30-odd seats of the smaller parties within that alliance of the NDA will decide who wins this election. Javed, what are you looking forward to most in the next couple of hours?
You know, have the women voted as a monolith, or has there been some fragmentation in terms of youth and also caste?
Preeti.
Two things. Have we overcounted women because we undercounted them the last time around? And the second thing, Rajdeep, I do believe in the Access My India poll where it could come down to a seat-by-seat close election. I'd be closely watching how the Congress does, because I do feel that because of the Congress, the Mahagathbandhan might not have the stamina to pull it through.
Okay. Gaurav.
So I'm very closely watching Seemanchal. Seemanchal's 24 seats will hold the key on who surges forward. I'm also looking at the bellwether seats. You know, what does Saharsa? 10 out of 11 times Saharsa has sent in the winner. Who Saharsa sends in would be very interesting. And whether Ghuspetia works more or SIR narrative works more, we'll know in the next couple of hours.
Also, Prashant Kishore, Rajdeep.
Okay,
Will
Prashant
it be
Kishore.
4%
Okay.
or will he go more?
Preeti, ever since Preeti did a podcast with Prashant Kishore, she's not been able to get him out of her mind, but that's for another
Rajdeep,
day.
that is such a... Why would you say something like that?
Maria Shakil.
Yes, so I want to see the dynamics, if it actually changes between the BJP and the JDU within the NDA, if it is the similar performance of last time, or if the JDU becomes the party which lifts the entire NDA, then the story can be very different in Bihar.
Okay, interesting. Sajjan Kumar.
Two factors. One, whose Hanuman Chirag Paswan this time would be? Of Modi, BJP or JDU and Nitish? One. Two, within NDA, Nitish Kumar is known to bring swing to his ally, be it RJD 2015 or BJP 2020. This time, will this work, or will JDU be the #1 partner and BJP coming to 2?
That's an interesting. Kaun banega #1 is a battle within a battle. Remember, RJD was party #1, BJP was very close party #2, and JDU fell back to just 43 seats. Can JDU win its battle within against the BJP is one of the questions, or can the BJP consolidate itself as a top party of Bihar? Rajat.
For the first opening 2-3 hours, I would want to focus on two areas which were swept by two different formations. Mahagathbandhan had swept the Bhojpur and the South Bihar belt, complete sweep. Similarly, BJP had swept the Champaran and the North Bihar belt. I would want to pick early signs and see how has the ground shifted in these two areas which are dominated by the two fronts. If there are certain cracks in one and not in the other, will give you an early glimpse as to which way the election is panning out.
Okay, I'm going to look at quite simply this turnout, because this is fascinating. From 2010, 53% voting to 67%, 14% between 15 years, now a higher voter turnout. In the last 5 years, we've had an almost 10% shift in the number of votes. Who is actually voting more in Bihar? Is it Mahila? Is it Yuva? Is it the caste-based vote? Has 10,000 or 10,000 rupees to women work? Has pensions for the old which have risen to 1,100 rupees work? That is going to be critical. And along with that is gender. I know that we continually tend to focus on gender almost as a monolith, as was just suggested, but could there be cleavages within? There is a 9% gap, 8.8, 9% gap between male and women voters. And for the first time in the history of Bihar, absolute numbers, women have outvoted men in this election. That Mahila vote could well decide the way politics is played out. You go across this country, every election in the last 10, 20 years, whoever has got the woman vote has tended to win an election. Is that a law of politics, Amitabh, or does it vary state by state?
No, see, largely it has become a law of politics on account of these cash income support schemes which have been announced by various governments in the past. So we've seen MP, Congress was touted to win, but the BJP won a landslide. Maharashtra BJP won a landslide.
Ladki Bahin.
Ladki Bahin. Ladli Lakshmi, then you have Jharkhand.
Yes.
The India bloc won, despite being their anti-incumbency. So this cash income support schemes makes women come out and vote in larger numbers, and they also appear to be voting not in tandem with their counterparts, let's say spouses or family, and taking independent voting decisions. Some of them very silently.
But did that work in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? Because YSRCP, despite all the cash dole transfer, did not win elections.
That's a good example.
It's also delivery.
It was the timing also.
Timing.
Yeah,
it's the
timing.
timing that matters. What we are also going to look at is the urban-rural skew. Urban areas are those which put more than 60%, where more than 60% of the people live. There are 30 such seats. But look at rural Bihar. And really, the battle here will be for 201 seats out of 243 are in rural Bihar. Preeti, you traveled through a lot of rural Bihar. Did you see the same excitement in rural Bihar that you saw possibly? Because the voting turnout is much higher in rural Bihar. 55% was Patna. But you go across large parts of the districts of Bihar, 75%. Did you get a sense that rural Bihar is the one where there is more excitement and enthusiasm as across the country when it comes to elections?
You know, Rajdeep, reflect on the fact that Bihar is a state where 65% of the households make less than 6,000 rupees per month. And a lot of these households lie in rural Bihar, where they actually look at their vote and even their caste as their identity. So they take a lot of pride in their vote. So yes, automatically when you travel through the rural belt, for them they have to, this is their moment.
Okay, I want to tell you that this is Kaun Banega Karodpati season. I am not Amitabh Bachchan, I wish I was, but on voting day, I try to play the odd quiz game. So we have a special prize. Let me tell you, India Today Dekho LED Jeeto contest. Starting now, every hour, we will give you one question. You watch that, answer it, and guess what? You get a brand new higher LED TV. My first question, which alliance will get the highest number of seats and win this election? You answer that question for us. Which alliance will get the highest number of seats, and you have to tell me how many seats will they secure. The one who is closest gets a TV. Kaun banega TV Pati or TV Patni today? That's what we're going to tell you by the end of the day. Every hour, one question. Ye aasan question hai. The question might just get tougher with it. But that's what we are going to do, convey some of the excitement and enthusiasm of elections. Don't forget, one higher LED TV every hour.